Alright, it is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Got another edition of Bobbeth TV coming your way live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We are here in Richmond, Virginia, Richmond Raceway for the opening round of Season 2, the second 2024 season for the Senior Circuit NASCAR Cup cars. We wrapped up our first season last week, and it literally came down to the wire. Rick Shotgun Kelly and Chad Beesinger. Rick Shotgun Kelly was our championship winner, so he'll be the defending reigning champion this season. Griff, is it not Thursday morning for you? It is, but I pander to my US audience a lot more. See, you picked it up straight away. You knew exactly what was going on. All right, he's currently qualifying at the moment. Our defending champion, Rick Shotgun Kelly. There he is on our screens right there. 23.392 is his quickest lap. Also a little bit of looseness there. Thanks for the like, Lolly. Appreciate it. So we've got a couple of new drivers here tonight too. William Klingbeil. Klingbeil. That's a tricky one. John Saunders. Looks like Scott Whiteman's back. I know that we have about 14 drivers. What a post. Yeah, you know me. Alright, let's see if we can get off Rick and see who else. Oh no, Rick's the only car out there. Looks like he's just getting a few practice laps in. 23.392 is the quick time. Chad Beesinger, he's competitor, second place in the championship from last week. 23.470, right there behind him, ready to resume that battle. William Klingbeil, he is in a third. 23.497, 23.526 for Warren the Flying Fossil Moore. Barney Seaman got a 23.659, 23.892 for Tim Ruark. John Saunders, 24.017, 24.187 though for Christopher Standridge. Scott Whiteman has a 24.461, but I believe about 4 or 5 other cars that have yet to qualify. So we'll have to wait. Alright, that would be moist. I don't even need to look up. It was. Ha ha ha. I'm getting good at that. Alright, you got to wonder, the defending champion has done about, I don't know, 6 or 7 laps since he got his qualifying laps in. And you'd think that being the champion, he'd be comfortable coming into this race, but I feel like he's just really running those laps to familiarize himself. 0.72 mile track, this one here at Richmond Raceway. So look for a little bit of tyre wear if you race inside too low. Front right will wear out, front right rear rather will wear out if you try and stick to the high line. So trying to find that happy medium. I know officials are at Chicagoland this week. It's a very similar track, so entering a bit higher into 1 or 3 and exiting a bit lower than you normally would out of 4 or 2 definitely gives you a little bit more speed than the standard. But here we go, 80 laps, round 1 of season 2 2024 for the Senior Circuit NASCAR Cup cars. Well, that grid's not really gonna help much. We wait for the cars to take the grid. Oh, okay, I just noticed something. Let's try that again. Yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Ah, shit, come on. That is not what I wanted it to do. That is also not what I wanted it to fucking... Oh my god! Joys of racing a triple screen system and then trying to broadcast on single screens. No, in the middle over here. Thank you. Jesus. And now I go to grid. There we go. We have the cars on. No, they've all blinked. What's happened? Where have they all gone? What is going on today? I get the cars on the screen. It's like they don't exist on the track. What the fuck's going on? All right. Anyone got any clue? Ah, we've been kicked from the race due to download packet loss. All right. Let's just try and get that race back up and running. Something's going on, and I've been dropped from the internet. Oh, of course it does. What else could go wrong? Let's see. Let's throw up the offers. What else, Karma? What else can you do to me? All right, we won't be too. You could start bolting. Look, don't you start, Griff. Just remember, Lemmy looked cool with his long hair and his burns and everything, and then he got really fucking old and aged. So don't you start, all right, mate? You'll go that way soon. A bit of cussing on today's broadcast. I apologise, Senior Circuit fans. All two of you at the moment. Once we get this race back underway, I reckon she's about 3 or 4 laps in by now. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, we're still on the pace lap. Bloody good timing. All right, let's try and get this thing set up to the lead. Ah, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Why is the internet not handling it today? What is going on?
Green, 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 green.
Why have I gone black on everything else? What the f... Oh, I see what the problem is. For some reason my borderless program's still running. Break those off. There we go. We are racing. Rick Shotgun Kelly, Chad Biesinger, William Klingbeil, Warren the Flying Fossil Moore. I'm going to have trouble with Warwick Williams' last name, I feel. Barney Sigmund, Tim Ruark, John Saunders, Christopher Standard, Scott Whiteman, Craig Hawkins, David Palmer, and Wayne Bridges. 12 cars on the track. .80 laps, Richmond Raceway. I think I've got my stuff together now. That should be right moving forward here. There's the 88 John Saunders. All right, lap 4 of 80. Still plenty of racing to come. We've got a lot of laps to be held here at Richmond Raceway. Oh, it looks like one of the cars, that might be John Bennett. No, John's not in this league, but I did see the green NASCAR car. No cautions out at this stage. There's 21 of Scott Whiteman, the 45 of Tim Ruark racing side by side. Looks like Scott might have that line ahead of him. A few Ford cars in this race. I feel like that's going to put them all on the back foot straight away. No way you wouldn't drive a fine Chev. But up the front, Rick Shotgun Kelly, William Kling. How would I say that? Bill Bale. B-E-I-L. Bill. I'm going to go with Bill. Kling Bill. Chad Biesinger in third. Warren the Flying Fossil Moore fourth. Barney Sigmund in fifth. Christopher Standridge, John Saunders, Tim Ruark, Craig Hawkins, and Wayne Bridges. That's the 10. In 11th, Scott Whiteman. And it looks like David Palmer currently in the pits. I believe if we have a quick look at the 41, he will be the green race car. Yeah, that unfortunately lost lost traction and crashed into the wall. Currently in the pits, just getting some repairs. You know what would make your streams complete? What would that? What would make them complete? Picture of my beautiful face. A webcam, one of those commentators' mics with the mustache rest. I do have one. With the big soundboard. I'm like miming with my hands right now, and you can't even see it. Because if you had a webcam, you would. I did used to, but just where everything was set up, the background. Ooh, I just realised we got race sound on.
Might find a fender on the backstretch.
Just kill that and kill that. I didn't even realise the spotter on that was running. Yeah. It was the background. You know, you can't have Ollie walking past all the time. No. I did see a mate had a cheap green screen as well, but I'm just broke. I have to put up some calls for donations, something. But yeah, I've got a webcam. Just need a green screen to put behind me, and a haircut and a beard trim, and I don't know, light sponging. All right, let's get up the front. Rick Shotgun Kelly out race leader. William Klingbeil in second. Chad Biesinger in the orange Mud Mule 23 race car. Would be such a shame if we didn't come down and just highlight it somehow. Those beautiful Mud Mule TV logos and stuff on it. It's a shame to not highlight it. There's our champion, though, our defending champion, Rick Shotgun Kelly. But where are those cheap green screens? No, they've got one to spot my warnings and it turned out crap. This is one that a buddy of mine, he used to use for about a year or two. In both his streaming and TikTok videos. So I've seen it technically in action. Or haven't seen it technically in action because you don't see it. You see what it replaces. But Alright, 13 of 80. No cautions just yet. The top three have sort of broken away from the pack. That's Rick Shotgun Kelly, William Klingbeil, Chad Biesinger, Warren the Flying Fossil, Moore, and Barney Sigmund just back a few car paces behind them. And there's another pack, which is John Saunders, Christopher Standridge, Craig Hawkins. That's who we're looking at right now. Then behind them, they have Tim Ruach, Scott Whiteman, and Wayne Bridges. Behind them is the 41 of David Palmer, a few laps down. Speaking of Nate, that was Nate the other day on your stream, wasn't it? Big N, my British namesake. Team Medicare Racing is the 6. He is currently in second. I don't know why I lost my train of thought there, but he is our quickest car on the track. 23.402. The quickest last lap was 23.813. So yeah, if you're not getting that draft, then it can be a bit of a hassle on your speed. Much like at Chicagoland, slow in, fast out. If you sort of roll your way through the turns, it caught me by surprise when I've raced there. But yeah, like you can come flying into a turn, just take your foot off the accelerator, and you just drift straight past the guys on the high line who are trying to use a bit of brakes or control their speed a bit. So slow in, fast out, definitely the way to go. Also not going to rip away your tyres so quickly. 80 laps, you're definitely going to need to stop for fuel and tyres at some point. Just trying to get around the track, but it really wants to stick around at this top 3 battle, specifically the 1 and 2 battle. Team Medicare versus Rick Shotgun Kelly. Ford versus Ford. No, Ford versus Chev, sorry. We've got a Ford, Chev, and a Toyota in the top 3. Come on, Chevy. Come on. No. See, Rick Shotgun Kelly definitely controlling the pace through those turns. As William, the 6 car, does like to stay right behind. Oh, I said that. And then he's just gone and gone, you know what, I'm going to pop it up a line so I don't have to let off just as much. But it looks like might have let off and then popped up the line, so not able to take full advantage of it. Does not want to change reference cards for some reason. There's the Toby Keith tribute car, the 37. That, of course, is Barney Sigmund. Getting used to seeing that American Pride and Toby Keith support car there, right there. Toby Keith, of course, country music star. Passed away about, what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe? Maybe a bit longer. Maybe 2 months ago. It was a little while ago, and I know that obviously when that occurred, Barney, a big fan, brought out the tribute car and has raced it ever since. Let's see if we can get a better reference. Oh, come on. I want to change reference cards. Let me just try something over here. No. Okay. Maybe it's staying where it wants to stay. So we'll have to do a little bit of manual producing it for a while. Haven't had to do that in a little bit. We'll ride along it with the 88 at John Saunders. He's in the 8th position. Up ahead of him there, Christopher Standridge in 7th in front of those. It's Craig Hawkins, Barney Sigmund. See on the track map though, the leaders are definitely coming up on lap traffic, and we're only 26 laps in. That is definitely going to be a factor. Yep, straight to the auto cams, straight to the top 3. That is crazy. Oh, there we go. Look out. We've got the 45. That's Tim Ruark, David Palmer. I think that's because we do see on the track map up behind the 41, the 32 is or has broken away from the 6 car. Something must have happened with the 6 of William Klingbeil as Chad Beesinger. Looks like he's got his car past him. Let's see if we can get up there and check that out. I can't see any damage on the 6 car. Thought maybe he got up into the wall or something happened, but no, that car looks clean as the day it was born. So Chad just able to get past him and resume this 1-2 battle with Rick Kelly. Had a bit of a scoring drama in the championship round last week. I based it on iRacing and thought that Chad Beesinger was our champion. And Chris had a slightly different scoring method and had Rick Shotgun Kelly as the winner. So congratulations to Chaos Motorsports, Rick Shotgun Kelly. Oh, there's the 41 back up in the wall. His head down towards the yellow, below the yellow to avoid that caution coming out. Backstretch for the 31st time of 80. So not quite the halfway mark, just. Chad Beesinger, William Klingbeil. racing it out second and third on the positions on the leaderboard. I'll get it right in a moment. But the 32 quickly coming up on some lap traffic. Wayne Bridges. That looks like Tim Ruark, John Saunders, Scott Whiteman. All right, 35 of 80. David Palmer has retired. We're down to 11 cars, 10 of those. No, well, yeah, 10 of those on the lead lap, technically. Well, 9 as the 32 gets past the 92 of Wayne Bridges. Drops him a lap back. Oh no, wait, yep, he is the car that I counted then. So yeah, there is 10 cars on the lead lap still. All right, while we race away, I'll be back in just one moment. All right, coming very close to the end of the first half of this 80-lap feature. Not only do we have my favourite talk show host from Twitch in the chat, Griff the Merciless, but we have my favourite game show host in Sip Chat Play. Sip Chat Play, usually, live around 8, 9 o'clock most days, or some days Thursdays, I believe. And I've played online with them a lot, and they're wonderful, wonderful streams. A lot of Jackbox, sort of those interactive games. There we go. We've got talk show, we've got game show, and esports all covered. We'll have 3 of the best in the world. We've got the UK, we've got the US, and we've got Australia covered. Right, halfway mark is here. Still no cautions. 41 of 80. See a couple of the cars amongst lapped traffic. Not really a big deal though, lap traffic. It will provide you with a draft option, so speed, and more often than not, you know, they're going to either let you past or do their thing because it's not affecting your position. Riding along with the 23 Chad beasting it. We see the race leader Rick Shotgun Kelly just ahead of him. But yeah, if you like games like the Jackbox Party Pack, Guespionage, TKO, all those sorts of things, Sip Chat Play, look them up on Twitch, give them a follow, because yeah, they're a lot of fun. And Rockstar's a bit of a cutie as well. You don't tell Sip Chat Play that. Don't tell Dr. Laz that, because no, he won't. He's cool. Actually, while I do have you, I hope Juan Martinez is going to race today. Now, he races Sunday to Wednesday in our dirt series. So he's a dirt racer with the Knuckleheads iRacing League. But Daz, Dr. Laz, Sip Chat Play, if you could do me a favour, you don't have to link it in the chat here, but if you could just send me a message um, with I think the show called Cain and Abel, where you guest starred as Ramon. I've been trying to find it on YouTube again. I haven't watched it in ages, and I want to rewatch it. Can you link it, please? It's one of my favorite videos on the internet. I love it. The show itself wasn't. I actually watched a few episodes of it, and it's kind of funny. Those two guys, Cain and Abel, they're pretty funny guys. But Ramon, there's just no better sort of temp higher than Ramon. All right, 34 laps to go. Rick Shotgun Kelly still our race leader. Looks like William Klingbeil is back in second. Chad Beesinger third. Craig Hawkins and Barney Sigmund currently fifth. Looks like our sixth place Warren the Flying Fossil Moore in the pits. So he's going to get past and drop back a few spots. That means Christopher Standish will move into sixth. Seventh, John Saunders, Tim Riak, and Wayne Bridges in ninth. So there we go. Warren the Flying Fossils falling back to 10th. Scott Whiteman 11th. And David Palmer has left the race. Yeah, Ramon's really good with bowls. He's like, yeah, I loved it. It's hilarious. I think there's some Adam Sandler movie or something that Lolly watched. It has a character named Ramon in it, and they're sort of different, but it just always, he does this little bit in the end credits where he's spelling his name. It's like R-I-M-O-N-E, and yeah, it keeps reminding me of your Ramon. Right, back to the race. Chad Beesinger, he's gone in for some fuel as well. So we've had a couple of guys on is David Palmer back in the race? No, he's just left. Okay, cool. That was a bit confusing there. A couple of the guys starting to go into the pits. We're at the 60% mark of the race. The 55% maybe. And here we are. Guys going to start to need to get fuel, but Rick Shotgun Kelly, William Klingbeil, Craig Hawkins, Barney Sigmund, Tim Wright, Christopher Standish, Wayne Bridges, Chad Beesinger. No, Chad's gone in, sorry. So the top 7 still to pit. So Chad will fall a lap down there in the 23 car, but he's already been into the pit, so he can race his way back into contention. Also, Dr. Laz, just speaking of things that you do that I love, when is Drunken Gaming coming back? Is it coming back? I missed that. Your mate that did that, he was pretty funny. Not as funny as you, because that's hard, but that was a good combo. I like that. I like that combo. Not to exclude you, Griff, but on your talk show, buddy, when are you going to have that New Zealand gaming expert Armour Awesome on there? It's the chat we want to see. '92 just moving up the line a bit. You would think that would be allowing Chad Beesinger a way through, but they're all on the same lap, so it's actually, it looks like it might be a tyre situation there. Wayne and Chris still on original tyres from the start of this race, so they're 55 laps old, whereas Chad Beesinger went into the pits about 6 laps to go, so his tyres probably not where I was going with there. Not my fault, my coast. That sucks. He was funny. Like, I don't know if he thought, I don't want to delve into it too much on you, but yeah, he was pretty funny. I mean, obviously, no. What about I don't even know if he still drinks yet, anymore. But he was pretty funny drunk. Jonathan Rice. You still talk to him much? Get him involved. I know he's got a kid and stuff now, hasn't he? All right, the 32 going in to the pits. Our leader, Rick Shotgun Kelly. That's going to make Barney Sigmund our current race leader in the 37. Craig Hawkins back there a lap down behind him. William Klingbeil and Chad Beesinger second and third. Well, I thought there was going to be a little bit of contact there, but no, she was all right. Oh, that's good, man. Had Ledge comment on one of my races the other week as well. That was amazing. I miss that guy. I see you and Ledge playing Fortnite still, and I keep going, oh, join in, message me, join in, but I'm shit. And you guys probably play build and not no build, so. But yeah, it's good to see that the crew's still around. Actually, I was talking about gaming servers the other week, and we were talking about Ark, and someone was pretty certain they played on the Mad Hatters server. It was pretty fun. I can't remember who that was, but it was like from iRacing or Grand Theft Auto. It was from a different gaming world, but yeah, just to hear that Mad Hatters had a little bit of reach. Good. All right, 22 to go, lap 59 underway. William Klingbeil has gotten past Barney Sigmund to take the race lead. Had Beesinger in second. Barney's fallen back to third. Rick Shotgun Kelly has got himself back into fourth. There's still a bit of racing to go. Oh, dude, and if you ever see me online in the... Yeah, I did see that you can't run servers from other consoles and stuff, and that you literally need to own a second copy of the game to run a hosted server. It's like, no, that's what the hosted server fees were about. But yeah, I got kind of intrigued by Ark Ascended. Have any of you guys checked out the Ark 2 cartoon? I think it's on Prime. But Vin Diesel and stuff, he rides his dinosaurs quarter mile at a time. All right, lap 19 to go, 62 in the books. Our race leader is the 6 of William Klingbeil. Chad Beesinger, Barney Sigmund second and third. Rick Shotgun Kelly in fourth. I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it yet. I've been watching that, not to get too morbid, but I've been watching that Quiet on Set, the Nickelodeon documentary, and oh my God, is my childhood destroyed. Well, not really my childhood, because I wasn't that young in the 90s, but, you know, I had a kid early 2000s, so, you know, watched a lot of Nickelodeon. And yeah, that has absolutely blown my mind. There's the 47 and the 88. We're on the Flying Fossil more. John Saunders up in front of him, Scott Whiteman. I think it's on HBO or Max or something. I think HBO is Max, isn't it? I ended up having to just download it. I think it's only the first 4 episodes are out so far, but yeah, dude, that was hard to watch. Very hard to watch. Especially as you go through it and you sort of make the connections as they reveal things, and you're like, wait a second, that's going to be blah, blah, blah. And it was, and you're like, wait, I watch that show all the time, and oh my God. Anyway, back to the race. Still 11 cars in the race. Only 5 of them on the lead lap. William Klingbeil, Chad Beesinger, Rick Shotgun Kelly were on the Flying Fossil Moore, and Craig Hawkins. That is the top 5. And then the top 10 is a lap down. Barney Sigmund, Tim Ruark, Scott Whiteman, John Saunders, Christopher Standridge. Wayne Bridges, unfortunately 2 laps down in 11th. And locking in our 12th spot, 41 laps to go, David Palmer has retired. Oh yeah, sorry Griff. Yeah, Sip Chat Play is Dr. Daz Dillinger. Other half of the beautiful rock star and everyone's favourite comedian. Yeah, you do realise, Dr. Laz, that Griff is Match, right? Our UK friend. All these weird Twitch names. Twitch really taken over the chat today. YouTube, you guys have been left behind. Facebook, you guys have let me down today. Oh, you were just trying to ignore the facts. Sorry, Daz. Now you've got to talk to him more because now he knows you know, and I'm sorry. Yeah. Friends. Alright, riding along with the bonnet of John Saunders here. Craig Hawkins just in front of him. We see Warren the Flying Fossil there. And, actually, no, that is, sorry, John Saunders still. That's Warren the Flying Fossil more up there behind Tim Ruark in the 45 machine. We've just got 10 laps to go. No caution, 70 green flag laps. I feel like it's safe to say that. Just purely because, yeah, we're at the tail end. Bobith TV bringing friends back together. Not really, but trying to make it seem soppy. Alright, Chad Beesing, our current race leader. There he is, up in front of Team Medicare Racing. The 6 of William at Klingbeil. Klingbeil. I've said about 7 times, I think, differently. Really not a lot has troubled these guys here today. The 32 and the 22. That's Chad Beesinger and Christopher Standridge. Chris is in 10th. About a lap down. Make that 2 laps now that Chad's gotten past him. Alright, lap 75 underway. Just 6 more to come. Any insane pit runs? Maybe Scott Whiteman has been in the pit for about 34 laps, but I would dare say he's got enough fuel to get himself there. Speaking of the devil, we're actually riding along with Scott Whiteman right now in the Ford Performance 21. And he can see our current defending champion, Rick Shotgun Kelly, up there in 3rd place, up in front of him. 88 got a little bit loose there. Actually, that was the 47. That was Warren the Flying Fossil more. Yeah, same. I've still got my signed copy of Moose Dumps. I've got to get I still got to get the other books. Was that the guy that did the Giraptors review? He does things about dinosaurs. I think I remember seeing that. Or was it sci-fi? There was something that was a little bit outside the ballpark, but was enough for it to be. Yeah. I still want to talk to you about the sponsorship thing because I'd love to be able to help you guys out in that respect. We've got a lot of American viewers. We got drivers here tonight from Michigan, Ohio, New England, the Virginias, Carolina, Canada, even Pennsylvania, the Midwest. So we get a bit of a US coverage. So yeah, I would definitely like to help you out. Just keep forgetting to message you about the details. Because I really just need you to send me a bunch of images. And I can just have them up in the intro. Or the outro, or you work out something. You send me the books and I'll let you sponsor the cautions. Every time it's caution up, it will be the Goosebumps yellow flag or Goosebumps caution. Moose Dumps, not Goose Dumps. Goosebumps. Oh my god. I said I'd do it first, Griff. Stop stealing my ideas. I'm joking. Alright, we're on the white flag lap. No, we're not. We've finished our race. The 23 of Chad Beesinger came second in last season's championships. has managed to take out the opening round of Season 2 2024 NASCAR Cup Cars for the senior circuit. Second, we'll get to find out exactly how to say William's surname, William Klingbeil. Rick Shotgun Kelly third. Fourth is going to be Craig Hawkins. Fifth, Warren the Flying Fossil. No, Barney Sigmund. Looks like Warren was in the pits. Tim Ruark, sixth. John Saunders, seventh. Get the hiccups somehow. Eighth, Christopher Standridge. Ninth, Scott Whiteman. Wayne Bridges in 10th. 11th, Warren the Flying Fossil. More David Palmer, David Desperois, and Jim Tasman Wardlow not there at the end. David Palmer quit 55 laps ago, and unfortunately, David Desperois and Jim Tasman did not race. This was the phrasing I was looking for, and how I struggled on that, I am not sure. All right, let's get over to the Discords and have a bit of a chat with the boys. No, that's Knuckleheads, Bob. We normally go there, but not today. Oh, they're racing today. Oh, crap. I thought I broadcasted it. All right, we'll just give William a little bit of time, see if he's going to come through. And we'll get that happening. I appreciate you, Sip. We might only get the one interview today. I'm not sure if the new guy in the Discord. All right, look, we'll start off with Chad, and we'll come back to William if William shows up. So this man, he started outside a pole on the front row. His main competitor for a lot of the race was Rick Shotgun Kelly, but I guess a late pit by Rick Shotgun Kelly really threw things into a little bit of disarray and allowed William and Chad to battle it out for the lead, ultimately going to you, Chad. Now, I guess firstly, I'll throw out an apology. At the end of Season 1, 2024 Season 1, I had the scoring as you winning the championship. Chris, it appeared he had the scoring differently and was going to would have awarded to Rick Shotgun Kelly, and ultimately it did go to Rick. Congratulations on second place, but
yeah.
I feel like they could have just as easily taken my point system and awarded you the win, but whatever. It just means you're going to have to go out and take it from him this season, which you've certainly started off on the right foot. As I say, you got that slightly earlier pit, and I thought to myself, oh, if there's a caution that comes out soon,
I know
that's going to be a problem. Fortunately, 80 laps, not a single yellow flag. We did have a few crashes. We did have a few guys involved in incidents, but all of them just professionally getting those cars down below the yellow flag line and not allowing that yellow flag to come out. So good on them for doing that. Good on them for allowing that race to be decided on the track. Now, I've been racing a little bit of Chicagoland this week on the officials. Richmond, a very similar style of track and the shape of it and things like that. How was the tyre wear? I know that it's quite easy to be fast on the low line, but you will wear that front right out. Up high a little bit too much, right rear. It's not like you can sort of run the middle line and save both of those because obviously speed's a factor. But what was it like out there?
Yeah.
What were you having to sort of throw at the track and throw at the boys to sort of make your way through the groups?
Man, I don't know how to describe. I felt like no matter what you were, it felt like the whole car was up on top of the track instead of in it. Like you didn't feel planted at either end of the car. It was definitely a track where you slow down to go fast.
Yep.
And for me, that was keeping it at the bottom for the most part. Yeah, and once I knew that I didn't have enough fuel, just kind of like heck with it. I'm gonna try to split the race close to half, and if it stays green, then maybe it'll work out.
That's it, and that it did. Now, I've been talking to a couple of the other guys on a few of the other leagues that are broadcast, and obviously, as I say, racing a little bit of Chicagoland. And I forgot where I was going to go with that. It all worked out in my head as we were talking, and then I was like, I've lost it. Let me see if I can recover it. Slow in. It was being slow, yeah. So basically, anyone that I've sort of spoken to about those sorts of races where it did look like slow was faster, and they said that, yeah, slow in, fast out. I gave that a try at Chicagoland and found that if I dove in high into say three or especially one and two, because that was a little bit more of an angled turn in, it was a little bit safer. You could just let the foot off, like literally take your foot off the gas, and the speed that you rolled in just seemed to be faster than the speed that the guys were losing sliding or trying to hold it on that line
Right.
with the throttle
Yeah.
down, and then you put that throttle down, and as long as you're about, I know with the trucks it was about I was going to say kilometers, you guys miles per hour, but if it was, as long as it was sort of around that sort of set speed, you would always race out pretty quickly, and it was such a game changer. I was like, holy cow, and yeah, we did see that a lot. A lot of the guys spent almost all 80 laps on that bottom line, and even 40 laps with tire wear is a brave move. But if you, as you say, if you control that throttle and don't force the car too much, it's going to run. It's going to roll on rails. And some of you, that's sort of how that went. Now, quickest time on the track, 23.402. That was William. Quickest last lap, 24.257. That was Rick Shotgun Kelly. But when we look at your times, 23.469 to 24.374, just 9 tenths of a second between there. And when we look at the laps, individual laps, a lot of consistent times. Is that sort of the aim? It's not, okay, I've got to be quicker this lap or do this lap. Is it just try and sort of hit your marks, race the race as you see it? How much of it is that, and how much of it is rolling with the flow?
Oh man, I don't. Everybody's always called me Mr. Consistency on here on other leagues I've done. And a lot of times it works out for me. It's especially when we have the long green runs. I just try to be patient, and be consistent, and in this, when it's the long green runs, it works for me. That's actually why I don't care much for the stage racing and stuff. Is where everybody just runs the snot out of it and then gets tires and comes back out. It's just not my style.
No, definitely not. No,
So
I just sorry, I didn't mean to walk over you there, but yeah, I had a race on Saturday night, Australian times, that a couple of my friends and I do, and it's a super speedway competition with trucks, NASCAR, Cup cars, and COT cars throughout 9 weeks of racing. And why is my brain turning off halfway through a sentence?
it's a time zone difference.
It must be. What were we talking about before that?
Oh, we were talking about consistency.
Consistency? No, it wasn't that.
Oh,
Stages. Yeah, so it was
oh
100.
yeah.
It was 100 laps at Chicagoland, and but what had happened was, and so so the first 50 laps we were all conservative and stuff. We'll get to about lap 47, 48, and it's getting dark on the track. It's the time's passing, and the lights weren't coming on, and they realised that there were no night lights. So it was like, oh, okay, we're going to have to kill the race at 50 and then do the
Yeah.
last 50 laps. And that, essentially, I was literally just saying to my mate prior to that, he was like, oh, I'm so glad this isn't stage racing because, like that would be hell. And then bang, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we're going to park it at 50 and start the, we'll grid up where we were and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh man, all that tire saving for nothing.
Yeah. Right.
It's now literally a
Yeah.
50 lap dash. And that can be a bit of a headache. Now I don't have the schedule for the next week's racing, so I'm not sure where Chris is going to take us, but I'm sure he's going to be somewhere adventurous. So I look forward to what I believe is going to be another seasonal battle between yourself and Rick Shotgun Kelly. A couple of other drivers really presented themselves tonight. William, and I apologise, William, if you're watching this and I'm butchering your surname, but William, I believe Klingbeil. And we also had, I think, Scott Whiteman's return. We had a couple of new guys that didn't take the track. David Desperoy, pretty early in the race. John Saunders. So a couple of newer guys out there. What advice would you give them?
Oh boy, you put me on the spot here. I don't know. I mean, if it's if I don't practice what I preach, it's
Yeah.
getting laps in and practicing. I mean, yeah, like last night I ran a 200 lap race at Richmond in the trucks, and I'd like to say that helped, but man, they're so different.
Tire wear,
I'm not
especially.
sure. Yeah, and we don't do in that one. We had a caution on lap 3, and we went the last 195 whatever green.
Oh,
Yeah,
ouch.
Yeah, so that was a little off track there, but man, you just got to practice in the car that you're going to be racing,
Yeah.
and I don't know, have fun. I guess
Mm.
that's the biggest thing is take the pressure off yourself and just have fun.
Definitely, definitely. I know for myself personally, I rating, and I would live and die by I rating and safety rating to the point where my missus would be literally like, "What's going on? Yeah, like, oh, is it that serious?" And it's like, you know what?
uh,
No, it's not actually. What the frick?
you're
Yeah.
right.
And then as soon as you sort of drop that mentality, I've loved iRacing ever since. 2 years later, and I'm racing all these
Yeah,
different cars that I don't, because I'm not going into it going, "Oh, I can't race this and do bad and screw my safety rating or
yeah,
my
yeah.
I rating." Yeah, it's just go there, have fun,
Right.
see time, practice, race against your type. I mean, you're from the Knockouts iRacing
Yeah.
League, so you know what that's like with the Run with Your Brung League and things like that, where it gets you out of your comfort zone, but you learn things. It helps you in other
Hmm.
areas. So, definitely a must do. All right, man. Look, well, congratulations. I know we'll see you again on a Sunday night for the Motorway International sprints and I believe late models. I think actually late models might have the night off. But the Knucklehead iRacing League's week of racing will start again Sunday night. Best of luck with anything else you've got
Hmm.
going on before there. We hope you enjoy both team and individual success that you deserve. Before we let you go, friends, family, and sponsors, a team that goes into making all this work. Who do you need to give a shout out to?
Always my wife Michelle putting up with this, and I don't know, all the guys that show up each week. It's just been a blast.
Awesome, man. Look, congratulations. I look forward to this potential battle with Rick trying to defend his championship and you trying to claim it. Similar to the season one race,
Hmm.
like literally came down to finishing position. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be a lot of fun to watch over the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks. Can't wait to see you do all the things you do. Enjoy that success, man. Best, congratulations, and yeah, as I say, best of luck with whatever races you've got going on.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, that was Chad Beesinger. He was our race winner here tonight. William Klingbeil and Rick Shotgun Kelly second and third. That wraps up our NASCAR racing for today. We do have one more NASCAR race to go. We'll be Friday Night Trucks powered by Beat the Dark. That is Friday night, 8 p.m. Australian time, not American time. So, Griff, if you do watch that one, I will correctly call the right time and day just for your appeasement. And yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's edition of Bobbers TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Love you all. We'll see you soon. Bye.